I'm not used to having Nightmare be this smooth sailing. Yes, we are taking damage from a lot of stuff, but if we hit anything, it just gives us all of our life back and a ton of our mana. What was that set that dropped? I'm trying to see it. Light Gauntlets, not worth it. Resist poison, sure. I'll go for that. We're just looking for some stairs. Healing potion, I need 2 of you. But I think it's just because we have so many resources at our disposal that it's going so easy. I don't even think it's necessary that we have completely broken gear anymore. Other than, you know, a bunch of plus skills and resist just kind of like freely on something so we can kind of mess around with weird stuff. If we got that on everything, we'd be broken. Okay, so here's more. And yes, there is a reason I'm actually getting up in their face. It's so I can leech mana off of them. And you can see that once we run out of enemies, yeah, things slow down quite a bit. We just need to get those first few kills. Hey, it's a new set. Grab. Thank you. Greater Claws. Not going to even pick them up because it's going to insult me. Of course, it's rare, so it can actually have the stats I need. Stupid Bartux. And also, I'm sort of just taking all the hits for my, not my minion, not my mercenary, my shadow. Because if I charge out in front, I get attacked, and the shadow does not. So it can drop its own little traps, and I don't have to worry about it nearly as much. Of course, I'm still dropping out the majority of them, but still not bad. Okay, so let's see. Make sure we're not picking up random crap. We did. That is 40% chance of open wounds. Still not as powerful as the Project Diablo 2 one. Project Diablo 2 one is nice. That's like one of my prized possessions on those servers. +1 skills, decent little boost of defense. It's just nice. Yeah, there are better things. It would be better to have like a Viper Magi. But still not bad. So, yep. And we're going to have to resummon the Shadow in just a second. And let's go ahead and drop that out. Get Shadow out. There you go. Military pick, no. And is this... Actually, I forget whether this is indestructible. It is not. So we do actually need to watch our durability. Yeah, it's bad whenever you forget whether your weapon is indestructible. So let's see. Blockage. 74% is still fine. Yeah, I would have been putting minions everywhere as well if I was Diablo. That is true. Yeah. The 30 times enemies, though. I am going to try it without that. I might try it with 30 times enemies and not randomized items as well. It's more in line with, like, what Llama and them are doing. But I wanted to try this because I love the idea of just, like, every item is an adventure. You never know if it's going to be good or bad whenever you go to pick it up the first time. That makes me happy. So, get rid of those. And I was just thinking, there might actually be another way to randomize them, but you'd have to give... You'd have to have, like, a set list of skills. And just extremely randomize the output. From 0 to whatever your max is. That's the only other way I could think of to, like, fully do, like, a on-the-fly randomization of the items. Because right now they're generated... yes, a Javazon would love it. This one's loving it because the corpse explosions are just, like, extremely powerful. Every 2 corpse explosions kills, like, 30 guys. And I have pretty deadly weapons as well. The only downside of an equipment-based build on this one is... Yeah, if you had vanilla items, it would be fine. But if you are using randomized items... The Bartux, for example, just to reuse one that we just recently saw... Bartux has the issue of it's got +2 paladin skills and nothing else. So it is complete rat garbage. So there's nothing we could do with it unless we were like unless it had zeal or something like that, which would be hilarious. But even then it wouldn't be that useful. Because most of our damage is actually from +% damage on equipment. And that is IK gloves. We haven't seen those before. Yoink. But yeah, the randomizer can be gotten over on GitHub, by the way. There's a few places that link to it. I need to remember whenever I actually start uploading these on YouTube. And Grail on it. Well, you'd probably get it done fairly quickly. I think you could probably do a Grail in under a month with 30 times enemies. With the randomizer, you could actually... Another thing on the randomizer, you actually can control the unique drop rate. The newest version lets you kind of control it a little bit more than the version that I'm using for this one. Because you can actually set stuff to -1 so it doesn't up the drop rates. And you have a little, like, file that you can actually manually edit to things outside of the little interface approach. So everything just needs to go the hell away. Just 30 times monsters, no other changes. Then you'll want the newest one, and there is a variable that you're going to have to set to -1 manually. But that would be interesting. I really am curious how fast you'd be able to get it, because with 30 times monsters, you are going to have a ton more drops. As much as it looks like I'm getting a million freaking uniques and sets, it really is... It's mildly increased because they have no drop turned off, so they're guaranteed to drop something. But at the same time... Oh, what? Am I actually full? Yes, I am, because I've been picking up random crap along the way. But they have no drop disabled... I mean... Yeah, no drop disabled is the proper way to say it. So they're guaranteed to drop something. But, yeah, if I didn't have that enabled, you'd see a lot less set items. And I think this is going to be the waypoint. Yeah, it is. One thing I wish was... I said this earlier, and it's going to be a few episodes past on the YouTube end of things. I wish they'd actually randomize the boss at the end of each act. It is doable. It is possible to swap the bosses around. It's not super easy. But considering they mess with the spawns as well, they should have a rough idea of how to do that. Because it has been done before in other mods. Heck, they sort of indirectly do it with the with Pluggy. Warbelt, that's T-Gods. I want to see what it is. Watch it be absolute garbage. It probably is going to be absolute garbage. I don't really care that much if it is, but... Run into Cow King in, like, Bale's chamber. That'd be hilarious. To do mini Ubers? Yeah. Actually, making mini Ubers would not be that hard. Now that I think about it. I want to clear out everything in here before I do Hellforge. Just because I don't want to have to, like, mess with things coming up on the platform. There we go. And what random mods did he get? That is our random mod, Hellforge Hammer. It's not bad. It's stupid. It's just... It's... whatever. It's just there. It doesn't really have boss items per se. Like, there are certain items that certain characters drop, such as the council dropping Khalim's flail, this guy dropping the hammer. Dropping the hammer. But that one is actually on theme. Wow. Fire, lightning, and cold. Yep, it's basically vengeance in a hammer. But, let's see what these other ones have before we start messing around too much. +1 all skills and some resist. I think we're better off with our current one. That is insane there as well. And yes, they'll go from like that to this. Nothing. 0 mod ones. And you can adjust that, but still. Yeah, they go really, really weird. Our current gear is really weird. Nagel Ring is insane. If it had plus skills, it would be perfect. Oh, meant to say boss rush items? Sort of. The Ubers have specific items they drop. Whereas the normal bosses do not. So, yeah, I guess Ubers would be considered your boss rush, but they're also not the normal bosses. It's like doing the celestial versions of the bosses in Hollow Knight. If that was your boss rush. Which, the celestial ones are sort of a boss rush, but still. Hunter's Guise. We'll look at it. Not going to be able to equip it, because I'm not transferring items off of this character. That's just not going to happen. One, because I can't. It conflicts with the software that I'm using, because I have Splash enabled. But if I didn't have Splash enabled, this would be a lot harder. This would be like 1,000,000 times harder. Because we can actually splash and get rid of most of the like normal enemies. But yeah, Annihilus and oh, I'm trying to remember the other one. Torch are the sort of like boss specific drops, like the boss rush kind of stuff. One comes from just a single like respawn of Diablo, admittedly, but the other one comes from an entire village of pain with Mephisto, Diablo, and Dariel, all that kind of stuff. And ouch. Okay, we're into town. And yeah, this is not going to be the worst place ever, I don't think. Yeah, things are going to be relatively resistant to our corpse explosions, but we can also just beat through them pretty easily. That hurts. There we go. Yes, I used the healing potion in there just because I sort of panic pressed it. I see my life going down, I'm just like, I need mana. I need life. I need to destroy whatever's hitting me at the time. And we have so many Eisenhearts in just one little spot. Good lord. Enhanced damage, amplify damage on striking. That would have been really nice to have on a druid, but it doesn't have plus skills. And generally speaking, I think I'd want to be playing an elemental or a splashy boy. Splashy Fury on this. Although rabies would be hilarious. It wouldn't do enough damage to really last very long. We'd have to do like rabies in normal. And just see how far it spreads. Rabies for days. Oh, rabies wet dream. Ew. Catch a cast. Oh, jeez. Catch the plague of Nonagon. No. Okay, get rid of all these guys. We are sort of trucking through them a little bit. Oh, goodness. There we go. We got through the first wave. Now we actually have to do the bosses. Give me some corpse explosion, please. There you go. I'm not sure what you're asking. Do what? Players do what? Fin hell different in this game? I think that was autocorrect fighting you. Let's see. Open the seals. Go ahead and pop that one. Can I? There we go. And yes, we've already found a Skolder's Ire before. Wow, they spawned way off. There you go. I still find it funny that we got the red portal like halfway across the map on Act 2. That still entertains me ever so slightly. Okay, here comes the corpse explosions. Nice. As I just get into the middle of like all the mess. Healing potions, yes, I've been chugging them, so probably need to be a little bit more careful with that. And if we kill things with the hammer, or with, like, Fist of the Heavens, or the corpse explosions that happen from our attacks, the poison explosions, that is, then we actually get the little Skelly Bros, which I think are cute, too. I like the Skelly Bros. We have a 20% chance of getting returned back. So 1 in 5 enemies we actually hit turns into a little skeleton. So that works out great for me. Oh, most of the late game stuff in this is just, it really did just axe him immediately as soon as he appeared. Well, damn. Okay. But, yeah, players usually farm for items. They go for the, like, as Sideup was mentioning, he's actually doing it over on his channel. Holy Grails, which is getting all of, like, a specific group of items. Usually Holy Grail for Diablo 2, if you just see it by itself, means that someone's trying to collect all the set and unique items. Then you have Ethereal Holy Grail, which is that plus the ethereal versions of all the uniques, because sets cannot drop as ethereal unless they are defaulted to do so. And then you have the O skill Holy Grail, which is a royal pain in the ass, and I would never recommend anyone do it. Where you're trying to get all the items that have the plus O skills. That was a lot easier in previous versions. Because so many drop. I care about things like, I got the rune because that one's pretty rare. But for the most part, you get like 1 million of them. I have seen so many soul runes between Act 3 and Act 4 alone that I could probably fill my inventory with them completely. Okay, so blind, and yeah. Hi. Ouch! Oh, wow, you didn't kill my mercenary. You suck, Diablo. That and runewords are randomized as well, and most of them have been complete rat garbage. Yeah, you can do pluggy. They actually have over on GitHub. They actually have installation instructions for how you get this to work with pluggy. You do pluggy first, and then this, if I remember correctly. But yeah, there's instructions over there. It's fine. They also have instructions on how to do it with the widescreen mod. And how to do it with Sven Wrapper, which is what I do. I do Sven Wrapper. Just because it makes life a little easier on me. Let's go and get our skill points.
Thank you, hero.
I would almost always probably forget my skill points if I didn't have to talk to him to go to the next act. So that's starting to get some life. Yeah. We'll stick with it until hell. Then we'll switch over to the Shadow Master. Okay, so we're going to start getting our randomized minions as well. Not via the randomizer, they're just naturally randomized here. But let's see. But yeah, most of the rune words we've gotten, I think stealth was pretty good in this one, but a lot of them have just been null items where it didn't have any mods on it. They have fixed that a little bit in the newest version. So let's see. I want to get him some splash. Did I not keep a splash jewel? I did not keep a splash jewel. I am an idiot. Okay, I need to start picking up jewels again and get myself a splash jewel for him. Because I am going to go ahead and socket that, I think. Or do I want to socket... I want to socket Hawaiian's for him. Hawanan! So I can get him a splash jewel. So let's go ahead and save and exit real quick. We're going to go back to normal and get him socketed, I think. Unless I forgot to... I might have used it. Please tell me I didn't use it. Did I use it? I mean, we just have to go to the top of the hill if we did. But still.
What do you need?
Yay! Add sockets to that. So now that has one socket in it, and we can get ourselves a splash jewel to give him a splash damage, so he can jab with the splashes. So let's go to a nightmare again. Save and exit. And yes, I know it shows my other characters in here. I'm not going to launch them into this. Because if you get splash jewels and stuff like that, it can really mess with loading in your characters. Okay, let's get you out. I'm really surprised our mercenary didn't die there. Like, super surprised. And, hey! Now we're gonna get, like, a million freaking uniques that we've already seen before. Okay, back up. Oh, I need to rebug the mercenary. Oh, no. Don't die on me, mercenary, while we're doing this. Battle boots, we have not seen. Mercenary's gonna die. Come on. Run away! All the uniques on the ground, good God.
Not here.
Okay. We need to bug him real quick. But yeah, Pluggy works with it. Trying to think what other things they mentioned work with it. It doesn't work with like random mods like Project Diablo 2 it wouldn't work with because of how the randomizer functions. It doesn't pull from... I don't think it pulls from the actual, like... whatchamacallit. It doesn't pull from the item list. It literally, I think, pulls from a database that it has on its own. So now Mercenary is bugged. Unfortunately, we got all ranged crap here. So Battle Boots, hey! Yes, we have seen those before. They're absolutely nothing.
Afternoon.
My favorite screen in this game? My favorite character is Necromancer, but... my favorite act would probably be Act... from an aesthetic standpoint, Act 2. From a gameplay standpoint, Act 5. Let's see. Serpent Skin Armor. We actually haven't seen that one yet. Mesh Belt we've already seen. Cedar Bow we've already seen. Dimensional Blade we've already seen. Yeah, we're just getting all the uniques out of the way, apparently. War Scythe. No, we saw Battle Scythe, not War Scythe. That's the downside of entering and exiting the game, is we have no idea what we've already seen in the game. And all the unique drops reset to being possible. So, Composite Bow's garbage, Morningstar. Let's see. Oop, jeez. Yeah, just nuking everything. I'm just going to be casting them up further. Just in the hopes that it gets rid of these ranged guys before we actually have to deal with them. Because they can target my mercenary, and it's not a good thing. Ghost Armor. That's going to be, I think... Ormus's? Robes? Question mark? Oh, favorite movie? Depends. Do you want the HD version or the original version? Because I have the DVD from the collector's set whenever it released. Oh, that's almost close to what it used to be. Spirit Shroud, no. War Scythe, no. Siege Bow. Nope. But favorite cutscene, I think if you would have asked me whenever I first played through, probably the Shattering of the World Stone. If I was going to go for nowadays, I actually like, I think cinematically speaking, the Act 2 intro cinematic is very well done. It's very interesting to me. Grave Palm, I think, is what those are. We'll check them. They're ethereal, that's not good. It's not a good sign. Can I identify you, please? Thank you. Mantled Reel, garbage. Spike Club, no. But yeah, in this game, probably Act 2, if I had to choose nowadays. First playthrough, Act 5, destroying the World Stone was epic to me. But it's not as very... It doesn't have the build-up that the Act 2 one does. The Act 2 one just really kind of fills it in for me. You'd think the one where Diablo's going through the portal would do it, but no. That one's always seemed kind of like weird to me because it's one of those that has a very strange... Diablo doesn't look convincing in it. He looks very plasticky. And yes, I know this is an old game, so that's why, but still. And we are nice leveled. So let's go ahead and get you back out. Get you maximum level there. Lumrune. Yes, we will take that. But yeah, the Act 3 one where he's going through the portal has never really done much for me. It felt weird. I used to think Mephisto looked kind of cool in it. Nowadays he looks really weird. But Diablo never looked good in that to me. Okay, get rid of all these guys. Yeah, the downside of these guys being all ranged is that they all can target our mercenary. So bad things will happen. Okay, and I forgot to flash the recording, unfortunately. So we'll do that in just a minute when I find a quiet spot. There we go.